Welcome in Week 7, Episode 7, Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Bald Brothers Panthers preview. However, one half of the Bald Brothers is out, so next man up in Rico Dowdle fashion, Myles Harris. How you doing, my man?
Man, put me in, coach. You got me hyped now.
Come on, man. Come on.
Listen, I know you're
man,
hyped
come
for
on,
a reason
man.
now,
Come
man.
on,
This
man.
team's looking good, man. They're looking really, really good.
Yeah,
so.
man. Welcome to the show. First time on the show.
Yeah.
You've been covering the Panthers. I usually do this segment with Eugene called What Was Eugene Right About? What Was Eugene Wrong About? So we're going to flip it this week. What was Myles right about, and what was Myles wrong about?
I was wrong with thinking that this team couldn't get up and start. Let's start with that. I couldn't think this team. Let me start with this. What I did wrong. It was wrong. I was wrong in thinking that this team couldn't, get off to a fast start and keep up toe-to-toe with the Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That's the first thing. What I'm right about is this Rico Dowdle hype is legit. Fool me once, shame on me.
Gamecock.
It's a Gamecock. Obviously, it's cool to see him talk about doing it for the city, doing it for Carolina, both North and South Carolina. Obviously, having those ties. So it's really amazing to see that. It's really cool to see. We'll dive into it a little bit later, but overall, just seeing the cohesiveness, the connection, the confidence of this team, building. I see it in practice. I see it in the locker rooms. I'm seeing it on games now too. And they're for the most part they're a pretty young team in pieces. You got a lot of young rookies that are stepping up. Your boy Jimmy Horn's making some big plays.
Shout out to Jimmy Horn, baby. Colorado, baby.
Yeah, big guy. But this team is you see it on social media too. They're getting some confidence right now, man.
I'm delusional again. That's what I said Sunday. I'm delusional again. What were you right about?
But Rico Dowdle, man, being legit. What we saw against Miami wasn't just a one-off. This is something that Carolina's going to have to figure out, because he's not the only running back that's a running back when in this locker room. You've got Chuba as well. So it's how do you balance these two guys out? But, you can't take the rock away from Rico right now either, man.
Right. So. Let's get into it. So going into Week 7 against the Jets, the Jets have just been awful all around. We'll get into that. But, how do you coexist? You've been in the locker room. You've been in practice. I feel like they're saying the right things.
Yeah.
But is that necessarily reality?
There's some truth to that, though, too.
Okay.
You
think they can balance that out?
I will put it this way. There is some truth to these guys, pushing each other. Definitely to the point where, we're teammates. We're not, he's taking the spotlight away from me. He's taking touches away from me. Chuba's been a professional about it. Rico's been a professional about it. I know he said it earlier in the week. Rico was talking about, obviously I'm here, but, Chuba's been doing this for a couple of years now. They gave him a contract extension. They gave him that money for a reason. So, not trying to take anything away from that. So, I like seeing those two kind of mesh well as far as, not feeling like they're taking away from one another.
Yeah.
But that's still the big question, is how are they going to make this work when it happens? And trust me, we are asking almost every other day, hey.
I know they're sick of it, too.
Yeah, and it is, and you can tell, but, we don't know. And we're going to hopefully find out on Sunday just how they're going to make this balance, because we talked about this a little bit earlier, though, too. These are two running backs that get better the more carries they get, the longer they're in a game. Yeah. And they're two different, similar, but also styles of running backs.
Yeah, they're both patient, very patient runners.
Very patient, and you could definitely see towards the end of that Dallas game, Rico was kind of waiting for that hole of that seam to kind of shoot his shot and make a run for it. And so we've seen Chuba do that in a lot of pieces as well. And so I don't want to take away from what they're doing. Major credit to the offensive line as well. They've been stepping up and obviously run blocking and protecting as well as they've been able to do. But that's the $1 million question. How are you going to balance these two guys out come they're both ready to go on a Sunday, right?
I guess that's a good problem to have. I can't complain. I keep seeing the highlights of Jonathan Stewart, D'Angelo Williams from back in the day. And they made that work because they put their egos to the side. And when one was down, another stepped up.
Right.
Even in the same game, they both had big games. I think there was one game, I think both of them had 150 yards.
Right.
I would love to see that.
No, 100%. But, Detroit's doing the same thing now, though. They have 2-star running backs, so they bounce out as well. So, different offense, obviously, but you kind of sound like analysis, hey, it's a good problem to have, right? But we've also heard Rico say two is better than one, and they're going to need both these guys, too, if they want to win games, stay in games, compete for games. Rico's been phenomenal, but when you run for 200 yards on back-to-back weeks, you're going to probably need some pickle juice. You're probably going to need to step out for a couple of plays.
He was cramping.
I mean, he's cramping again. And so
he looked so winded. He was just like, oh man.
But honestly, can you blame him? I mean, he's breaking off 20, 30-yard
yeah.
runs. I mean, I get it. And so it'll be interesting to kind of see how they put these two together and see how the offense will look, whether it's similar, whether it's different, as far as how they put these packages together for each running back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I want to take away from right now. I mean, Rico's got the hot hand, and, I think come Sunday, you got to give him the rock to start. You can't,
for sure.
If it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
No, exactly.
Don't
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we'll see how how Chuba gets integrated into this offense, which is a weird thing to say.
I know. He's the one who got paid last year.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's the one that got paid. Rico, I mean, cool story, but you kind of thought him as being the 2A or the backup. But
he's everything we wanted Myles Sanders to be.
100%. 100%. That's exactly what you want him to be. Catching the backfield. I mean, he's making plays, catching balls, though, too. He's doing everything that you thought that guy was going to do. And so he's kind of doing more and better than we thought, even with that, too. So it's but then he's doing more. So it'll be interesting. I'm really curious to see, who's the first running back, who's going to get the first stab. And, I don't want to take it away because New York does have a good D line, a good front line, and so you don't sleep on that. But you also don't want to be the team that gives New York their first win of the season.
I know, and that's what I'm afraid of. Carolina's 0-3 on the road. I do want to ask a couple of questions. I want to start with the receiving room, right? Yeah. It looks like JT Sanders is back this week. It looks like he's back. I don't know.
I want to pause on that.
I know.
Because I felt that way. What, Jalen Coker? I thought Coker was going to play last week, and then all of a sudden,
it looks like we're getting healthier, right? Mm-hmm. But also at the same time, we don't have a number two. You look at Xavier Legette, he has a bounce back game against the Dolphins. Dallas is huh?
Yeah.
And then I don't have I think fans don't really have the expectation for him against the Jets. But the only guy that we really can rely on right now, outside of Mitchell Evans, is in Hunter Renfrow in spots, and obviously you got the young guy Jimmy Horn, but really is T-Mac. Can we go further, and can we continue on this pace without a legit number two wide receiver? What are you seeing out there?
I think we're still in a good point of the season where we can still figure that part out. Yeah. I don't want to sit there and put that kind of pressure on a guy like a Jalen Coker, but put him in
undrafted guy too.
Undrafted guy, but he is a big target. He can be a reliable target. I mean, you talked about it. We saw it at camp. He was looking, for the most part, pretty solid until he got hurt. And so another piece, you're wondering what this offense looks like. Right. And so obviously we want the best for XL, and hopefully he can strive. But right now, if I'm being honest with you, you're looking at that one play where he pitched the ball to Rico. It's even before that, you're just not looking like he has the most confidence with his hands. Now, he is making big impacts in other ways with the run blocking and protecting in that
way. So he has stepped up in that.
Yeah, he is. He even talked about that last week. He's I actually like doing it. It's fun because he's a big guy. It helps. And, obviously it's playing a factor with them running the ball successfully as they have been. But we kind of need you to catch some balls, though, too, right? We honestly do. And so while the verdict is still out on that, we are getting healthier. You are starting to see more guys like a Renfrow catching on a big fourth down play.
Right.
Seeing Jimmy Horn for a guy getting wide open.
And they're trying to get Jimmy Horn the ball. From a guy who's inactive.
Wondering, in a couple weeks, we talk about confidence for young guys. I mean, you can see it whether he's in the locker room or you can see it. He's got a little swagger to him. Stuff that we saw at Colorado. You're starting to.
And here's the thing. In fairness to Jimmy Horn, he was wide open at Colorado. But when you have a Travis Hunter on the other side, they're not necessarily looking at the right. Yeah. He was wide open in Colorado if you look back to those games. I do want to ask, receiver matchup. Interesting matchup that people are not talking about. Sauce Gardner versus T-Mac. What are you expecting? What are you hoping to see from T-Mac?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Sauce has not looked good since his rookie year.
He hasn't, but he's still Sauce.
He's still Sauce, but and the reason I say that is because I feel like now that T-Mac has gotten that touchdown off of his back, he's going to get more comfortable.
Okay.
He talked about it after that pick that Bryce had, which I'm not trying to sit there and point fingers, but it kind of more on the receiver than it is on the quarterback. So, but you see that accountability from him, and you see the work that he puts in. I mean, his team, I think players around the league, he's a professional.
Yeah.
You look at a guy like a Emeka Egbuka, for example, in Tampa Bay, that come in and they're just professional, right?
Ohio State, huh? Yeah.
I didn't mean to bring it up like that. real wide receiver. But in all seriousness, though, like when you look at a guy like T-Mac and you see like the plays that he can make, I mean, he's going to get targets. We knew that even coming into the season. So it's only a matter of time before it clicks. And I like that matchup. I think it still goes in favor of T-Mac. I mean, Sauce is good. I don't want to sit there and say he's like,
a big corner. I just want to throw that.
Yeah, he's a big corner, and so that it will be an interesting matchup. And they will need T-Mac obviously to open up the run game, but also open up even tight ends, for example.
Yeah.
Open up whether it's an XL, whether it's a Jimmy Horn.
Yeah.
If Coker plays, you got to have that option available as well.
Right.
But I like T-Mac because, I mean, not only to get a touchdown, but to get 2 touchdowns, and you can see the route and the comfortability that he's making on these plays, man. Like, that's stuff you don't teach at the same time, man.
He's getting more and more comfortable. I like T. You know, a lot of criticism on that pick for T-Mac.
There's some questions for sure.
Yeah, and it's looking like we got the good end of that deal. Like, Dan Morgan knows what I give Dan Morgan credit.
Yeah.
He's put together some good talent for what they were able to get. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the defense. We're going to talk about the Jets, a little bit of the Jets offense, but the defense. On the other side of the break, it's Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers preview with Myles Harris. We'll be back shortly. All right, welcome back here on Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers preview. Without one half of the Ball Brothers, but it's all good. We got Myles Harris here in studio, holding it down. Next man up. All right, so let's get to the defense. First person I want to get to. We got a whole core. I wish I had a gavel. Can you hear that, guys?
That's like a stern one though, too, man. Like
Mike Jack, front and center, because boy, he's been getting cooked the past couple of weeks.
Man.
George Pickens. If Dallas would have won that game, right? I would have been like, okay, cool. It made it worse that George Pickens was doing a lot.
Eaton had a lazy boy out there, was still hurdling people, man. Like it was
a lot, man.
Yeah. Because once he got off a 1-1-on-1, I mean, he's 40, 50 yards or something. It's crazy. So
is it all on Mike Jack, or am I missing something? I'm watching the game from the couch. You're there at the game.
Yeah.
Is it a Mike Jack problem, or is it a just full-on secondary problem?
I don't even know if I want to say it's a full-on secondary problem, because you also got to look at it like this, though, too. Where's the pass rush been at?
Oh, yeah, non-existent.
So
non-existent.
You're not really getting a whole lot of pass rush, so that the secondary, whether there's questions or not, kind of left on an island a little bit. And so you're kind of making them a little bit more vulnerable to have a guy like George Pickens go for over 150 yards. And so, which he's been doing, not to that extent, but I mean, he had a game against Green Bay not too long ago. Let's not forget about that.
And let's not forget, George Pickens is a number one receiver, and he had to go to Dallas where they already had a number one receiver.
Yeah.
So this is not like something that's new to him.
Right.
Yeah.
And so but as far as the secondary in particular, there is, I feel like, a little bit of loss in communication. I think the pieces are figuring it out, and it's crazy because, like, if you look at even like the way that game had started, and you look at the last couple of series, J.C. Horn, for example, saying, "All right, give me Pickens. I'm locking this guy down."
Well, did Canales talk about, because this is going to be a problem for, I mean, I look ahead to a team like Tampa Bay, and I don't even have their schedule up, but I look at Tampa Bay. They played Tampa Bay twice. Also Drake London. They played Drake London again. Did Canales talk about why JC is not traveling with?
So from some of the information that I've been gathering from coaches, whether it's the defense or whether it's Canales, the way that they have this scheme and the way that they play most of their defense, they run a lot more zone. Okay. So with that being the case, if you run a zone, you can't really track the one receiver if you're in a zone.
I don't like that.
Depends, man.
I'm coming from a fan perspective.
And it's also like, it's kind of curious because, I mean, it's been happening all season. Granted, like, you just went up against Dak Prescott, who's going to do this against any team. Right. And so now I'm like, all right, well, now you're going to be ready to go up against Justin Fields, who had 40 yards passing last week. Like, and so, and this is where I'm like, all right, if we see the same or similar happen.
Ohio State's Justin.
Stop it. He played at Georgia too. No, I like Justin, man. I wish him nothing but the best. But like, if we see the similar situation happen against the Jets, all right, now we're really you're going to have to get a bigger gavel, and you're going to have to be like,
and without Garrett Wilson, that's really a problem.
Exactly. So that's the big question that I would have if you're doing this against any team. I give a little bit more sympathy because you're going up against Dak Prescott, who again has been doing this all season. Yeah. But they do have to figure it out because there are some times where like there's just a miscommunication. dudes are wide open.
Yeah.
And it's like, this shouldn't happen. You don't want to happen. Yeah.
They just look lost at times, and I know a lot of I hop on. One of my favorite things to do during halftime of Panthers games is go on to the quick blitz spaces with Sheena and also Vashti.
Yes. They're crushing it, by the way.
Oh man,
They're
shout out to
crushing
them.
it.
I love them. They do a great job covering the team, and I hop on spaces with the Panthers fans, and they just go in on the guy like next guy.
We were sitting there on the game on Sunday at halftime watching them. No, like, and I'm like, I'm tapped in as well, so I'm loving every bit of it because we're in the press box and we're sitting there and like, and Danielle's like, watch what's about to happen, and they go in, but they get. I mean, they get 200 people like that to go in there and listen to them too. So they get a lot. Yeah, they get
the 200. I'm not.
Hey,
I'm just
listen,
listening. I'm just listening. I'm just there for research purposes. Let's talk about. So you mentioned this early. The pass rush has been non-existent.
Right.
Jets offense hasn't really generated any offense. But we don't want to make this like a Jets comeback game, like get their first win of the season because we don't have a pass rush.
Right. No.
What are you seeing out there? Why are we not generating a pass rush?
It's wild because they're playing with some energy too, and they're slowing it down in pieces, but like they're not getting to the quarterback. So like we talked about it, the secondary. If you look at those plays, like the big plays or the touchdowns, look where Dak is. He's running around. He's having some time in the pocket or outside of the pocket, moving around to be able to find these receivers. And they just took a big blow. Because Pat Jones, who's been
back surgery,
and he's done. Yeah. So now you got to find some other guys, and like hopefully they will. Turk Wharton has been back at practice, so hopefully you get him back. Bobby Brown's another guy too, and so you talk about the health of this team. They are getting a little bit healthier, but you still, I think, and with the trade market looming, you're wondering if they make a move to try to get some type of help in the pass rush.
It's
to kind of put some stats up with that energy as well, right? You need that because, one, you don't want to leave your secondary who has question marks on islands.
Right.
But you got to get to the pass. You got to get to the quarterback, though, too, man.
It's one thing. It's like not a great pass rush, but against the run, it's like
they're plugging up the holes. Yeah, they're plugging up the holes.
You're seeing Derrick Brown up close. What is – I haven't been to a Panthers game. Well, I have been since Derrick Brown has been on the team. But, again, you have a different vantage point. That is a grown man out there on D-line. What is that like seeing Derrick Brown out there? I mean, he essentially is like leading that defensive line.
It's wild because, like, you look in the middle, there's no space. Like, there's absolutely no space.
And he is picking up dudes and throwing them.
And he's literally like...
He is, Carly.
No, he's little boy.
No, it's crazy because, like, his side alone, like, you see no gap. So you're wondering, like, how does Dallas only have 31 yards rushing? Yeah. There was nowhere to run. Like, there's no holes. And
these are good running backs. No, Javonte Williams is no slouch. Breece Hall, I like Breece Hall.
So that's going to be a big question mark as well. But, like, the edges really aren't getting through on those one-on-ones necessarily as much. So they're not able to kind of put that pressure on quarterbacks and really kind of have them kind of rush for time when it comes to throwing the ball. So that's why I'm like wondering, hey, do they make a move in the trade deadline to try to add some edge rushing?
Who would that be? I don't know. I haven't really. Who do you have on your radar? Do you have anybody on your radar?
I mean, there's a guy in Cincinnati.
You really think? So this is hypothetically. I don't.
I mean, I'm not saying what I'm hearing or anything that.
No. But it is a good scenario, right? Panthers, if they beat the Jets, they would be 4-3. They're right there.
Why wouldn't they take a swing? Why wouldn't they take a swing on trying to do that? Because, I mean, this.
Don't get me excited, Myles.
I'm not. Listen,
dude. You wearing orange too?
Don't call me out. Listen, I'm not a messenger in this case. But if I were to be honest, there is a guy in Cincinnati that I'd be like curious about making maybe some calls and be like, hey, where are we at with this?
Because he's not happy there. He kind of settled for, he was out for a minute. Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
I got to send myself to court because I was really critical of the linebackers. It was just not existent. Mm-hmm. And now I see a guy like Christian Rosenboom, and then Trevin Wallace. Christian Rosenbaum has the green dot now, so they switched basically.
And the coach has been talking about it. They'll let everybody kind of mess around with the green dot just to kind of.
Yeah, shout out to them. They have stepped up a lot.
Yeah, you were.
I was critical.
So I watched a couple weeks ago, and I was nervous, and I will because I was in the same boat. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
And I'm watching Darren Waller in that first game against Miami, and I'm like, no, like this is not good. This is not good.
It's like me out there.
Yeah, this is not good. Like I need to put a helmet on right now. Hold on. But they figured it out, and it's and the one thing that I know that Canales talks about, and I know I sound like so weird on saying this, but like he just talks about, man, the communication with these guys. Yeah. They're chatting so much, and so to be able to make that change, and you wondered, all right, they're going to be ready to go up against Dallas.
Yeah.
Phenomenal tight end over there too with Ferguson. So are they going to have to deal with the same situation? No, he had a touchdown. Don't get it wrong, but
but they limit him a lot.
Like a lot. And so they were just doing a really good job being sticky with the tight ends, but also communicating to make sure that somebody's on that so that they're not an option for the offense that they're going against. So big shout out to them for that, honestly, like you said. So
and that's why they say with the NFL, like don't like after the first several weeks of the season, don't like pump your brakes on the hot takes and everything because things could change on a like. First couple of weeks, we didn't think the Ravens were going to be this bad. That was not on purpose, Carlene. We didn't think, the Bills would lose 2 in a row. We didn't think
personal now.
It doesn't feel personal. It's not.
I'm like,
personal.
where are you going with this? Hold on now. Don't you sit there and go.
Let me bring it back to us. We did not think.
There's a lot of teams that we have even the Chiefs, right? Like, we
didn't think Carolina's going to be 3-3.
Nope,
we did not.
No. And so I think, and I don't want to sit there and say that players were in shock, but again, like. You see now that they are 3-3.
Yeah.
You're seeing what 3-3 looks like in this locker room.
Yeah.
You're hearing these players talk about it. J.C. Horn was just out there and was like, all right, buckle up. Like, sit down and watch the show. Like.
Let me redeem myself. He's a South Carolina Gamecock, J.C. Horn. Yeah. Let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to get to some quick hitters. You're watching Panthers on the Plus here on WCNC Plus. All right, welcome back to Panthers on the Plus. I'm joined here with Myles Harris in studio. All right, so let's get to some quick hitters, man. It's the ultimate test here on Panthers on the Plus. All right, so let's get to it. Charlotte Observer's Scott Fowler has compared Bryce's play as of late to Baker Mayfield. Hear him out, Myles. Mm-hmm. All right, so he said, quote, Young and Mayfield are vertically challenged former number 1 picks who won the Heisman Trophy in college, then experienced numerous ups and downs in the pros without wavering in the belief that they were pretty good. When you hear that assessment, what comes to mind? Do you agree with that assessment?
As far as dealing with adversity and facing that, yeah, I do. No. I had to think about it for a second. I had to listen to the whole thing in itself because, like, I'm hearing both quarterbacks. I'm like, wait a minute, huh?
Yeah.
There are some similarities when you talk about more than just the play itself.
And there's more context in the article, but that's
No, but when you think about it though too, is like dealing with that adversity. You hope to hopefully see Bryce get the similar level of success that now Baker is facing dealing with right now. And again, talking about that confidence, you're seeing this confidence grow with the quarterback like him too. Mm-hmm. You still have to figure out some things. I was just thinking about that yesterday. Watching him in these press conferences and kind of seeing him in the locker room and talking about just kind of getting a vibe on his flow and his confidence. And I like, and if you were curious what that confidence looks like, go back down and watch that 4th down play to Hunter Renfrow.
Oh.
You see the window.
Smoked it.
But you see the window.
Yeah.
And you see like just the way that he's vibing with his team.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that was the guy that got benched.
Yeah.
Last year.
After week 2.
So he's definitely playing with a little bit of confidence, and hopefully we'll see that lead this team to a lot more wins and obviously a lot more contentions for the division, hopefully. But, I can see the similarity, for sure.
It's a quiet confidence. It's not brash like Baker. It's a quiet – you could see it especially from year 1 to now. I mean, that confidence is just it's a different Bryce.
Yes. That's a fair way to say that. No, 100%. Yeah. Definitely.
Hopefully it maintains. All right, what's your X factor for this week?
X factor for this week?
Yeah.
X factor for this week, can I just say as a whole, it's got to be the offensive line.
Okay. Taylor Moton's back?
Yeah, Taylor Moton's back. Corbett got back at practice as well. I don't know. He was a full go yesterday.
Yeah.
We'll see if he actually plays or not, or when they open up to actually get him back onto playing.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking to see what this O-line looks like now with Moton back in, though, too, because they were able to do it with a bunch of guys that were second, third string guys and a lot of shuffling, right? And so,
shout out to the depth of that offensive line, because it's like, what is happening right now?
And so a lot of success on the run does go to how well they have been, and like literally like you're watching the plays and looking how wide open these holes are.
Right.
And so I think the biggest X factor is if they can control that line of scrimmage, especially offensively, they can get control of this game, not have to worry about the Jets doing anything. That was the big thing for them against Dallas.
Yeah.
You look at it, they got the ball with 6 minutes left in that game, 5 minutes left in that game, and they were like, hey, if we can control the line of scrimmage here, if we can control the ball, we don't have to worry about Dallas getting the ball back in their hands. And that's exactly what they did. They got to go out and do it again this Sunday.
All right. Hopefully we can do that. All right. One more quick hitter. Keys to Rico Dowdle maybe having another big day. I mean, maybe we can get him an oxygen mask on the sideline.
Pickle juice, man.
Pickle juice.
Is that pickle juice?
Okay, that's the key. That's one of the keys, right? Pickle juice, right?
Yeah.
What are the keys for Rico Dowdle to have that big?
And just got to stay above his head, man. Keep doing what he's doing. I don't think he has to change up too much of anything. He's not, he's not trying to take the shine away from a guy like Chuba. He's not, being forced to do anything outside of his playing zone, and just keep excelling at what he's doing, man. He's crushing it, honestly.
Oh man. Okay, I have one more. Who's that second receiver that's going to step up this week?
You're going, you know who I'm going to say?
Who are you going to say?
I'm going to say Hunter Renfrow.
Really?
I like Hunter, man. I'm just. This is just like a
You've
shot in
been
the
on
dark.
the Hunter.
This is a shot in the dark, and here's why. If Coker plays again, what's that look like in that package?
Yeah.
I would like to see XL get something going on right now, though, too. But I think the confidence from that fourth down catch could really do something for Renfrow.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Carolina guy. Clemson guy, Shakopee High School's finest from Conway, South Carolina. That's Hunter Renfrow. All right. That's it here on WCNC Plus. The Panthers. I was about to say the Carolina on the Plus. The Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers preview featuring Myles Harris. Also, I want to shout out Carlene Bragg, super producer Carlene Bragg. Laughing at me the whole time as she normally does.
Giggling.
At me.
I was like, I'll be honest, I don't know if she knew what she signed up for. She's like, you got two guys in here talking sports.
She knows.
I'm here every week with Eugene. I just hear giggling. So if y'all hear giggling in the background, don't worry. It's just me.
It's just Carlene giggling. All right. Thank you for watching us each week, each Thursday at 9 p.m. We're right here on WCNC Plus, breaking down the game before and previewing the next week. And we'll see you next week. Throw the peace sign. Miles, throw the peace sign.
Peace sign now. Come on now.
We out. See y'all.